sir?
Let's see if I can get out of here. Hey,
You just got here.
I know.
He already wants to leave. I mean,
I really got to go. The flight's waiting. Spielberg called. Lucas called. They want me in Star Wars. You see?
oh yeah, let's do it, man. Are you a Star Wars fan? I'm assuming.
I hope so. These are my son's shoes.
Awesome.
A few items. Yeah, we're a huge Star Wars. Now, you asked me what I nerd out about.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, both of you, because I know you're here to ask me questions. I gotta find out about two dads.
Yeah.
So you have kids?
Yes. Yeah. Not together though.
No.
Mine are 8 and 5, so they're in school right now.
My son is 3. He's going to be 4 in just a few months. So he is currently gated in his room watching race car videos.
He throws bacon bits at him every now and then.
Yeah, you know.
Keep him.
You have him in his isolation bubble like that.
Yeah, that kid, you put on like Hot Wheels videos or like race car videos, and he will literally just sit there for hours and hours and hours if you let him. So he loves it. He loves it.
Yeah, so you're also a father. Do your children, do they enjoy the stuff that you do? Or are you just sort of dad to them?
Well, my kids are older now. So, my son's going to be 27 in January. My daughter's going to be 23 in November. So my son just got engaged. They bought a house, that whole routine. So I'm a little bit ahead of you guys.
Right.
I'm only 30, but...
Yeah,
you got to start young.
But so my kids are grown up, but we grew up with all Star Wars stuff. I mean, we have lots of collections. We have the poster.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, we got even this very rare laser disc, The Story of Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, look at that. So yeah, and I have about 10,000 action figures. I have 20,000 comic books. So you asked me what I nerd out about. It's just about everything.
Right.
Fair enough.
Well, that's good. That's good. You're in the right program because
it's funny. What did you guys play with when you were kids? What kinds of things were you into that made you gravitate towards like anime and cartoons? What did you guys do?
Well, growing up in the 90s, it was still cable wasn't huge yet. So it was the big 3 networks for a while. And then when cable broke through, I think Cartoon Network, as soon as you get home, they had the Tsunami 2-hour block.
SpongeBob.
You got home from school, you could flip on Cartoon Network and it was anime.
Yeah. It was early Toonami before it was like part of Adult Swim. But yeah, I remember having little action figures and Hot Wheels myself. And actually, I brought this with... I've had this since 1991.
That's hysterical.
I was 2 years old. So, with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, with
Biker Mice from Mars.
Yeah.
So, Invader Zim. Did you watch Invader Zim?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I loved Invader Zim. So
yeah. And my dad, he he's read the newspaper, and I think one weekend he was like, they said this Miyazaki guy is having his movies shown on TV for the first time in America if you want to watch them. And so that really got me into Miyazaki and the feature lengths. Akira, found that and all that stuff. So
cool.
I think for me it was for anime, it was Dragon Ball Z is what really got me and my brother into, and it namely was because we're little boys. I was the middle of 3. I have an older brother, a younger sister, and the action was just, we fell in love with it. Absolutely,
there's a lot of amateur practicing martial arts in the house.
We all did that though. Everybody, fights, the whole thing. Yeah.
That it was anime and pro wrestling. WWF at the time. It was you watched and you emulate,
yeah, to the glee of your parents. Terrific. Yeah, well, I did Power Rangers. I don't know if you ever caught some of that.
Oh, yeah.
Some people are into the Power Rangers.
That was almost banned in my house for.
I know they're bringing back Mighty Morphin, right?
I think so. They were trying to do a movie. My friend Kerrigan Mahan is Goldar, and he's done a lot of conventions, and he's up in Morro Bay, California, and he has a big Goldar thing in his house. I was, I don't know if you know or not, but I was Villamax in Lightspeed Rescue and Lokai, another bad guy. And we did that for like 15 years. It was really fun.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that it's still as popular as it is. Maybe not as popular as it was when we were growing up because of how much variety there is now.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's still going blows my mind.
Yeah. It's so campy. It's so out there. It's probably going to be on. Forget 2-Nami. It'll be on 3-Nami. It's so weird. 3-Nami's coming out, by the way, and I'll be appearing at Pandemicon November 32nd in Atlanta, Georgia.
Well,
nice.
That seems like the time to do it.
November 32nd. Yeah. I don't think that's no. Pandemicon. Anyway, so what can I answer for you today that you guys want to know? I don't do very many interviews, as you know, and I haven't done any conventions. I haven't, now.
Right.
We
noticed that.
We like to do our research and watch previous interviews, and we found two that and then there was what was it, Behind the Voices, or it was those short, like 2-minute ones that you did.
Yeah.
So in total, there were 3 total interviews, and so I'll kind of preface this. Yeah, thank you.
I don't know what brings you here, but cool.
Well, it was 2 dads instead of 1. I said, well, they're really going out there for it. So I gotta,
Well, then this one will be titled 3 Dads because it'll be a little different. So I had a question. Does Kelsey Grammer know you voice Kelsey Grammer?
No, he probably doesn't give a crap.
That's one of my favorite voices you do, and I don't know why. I don't know.
Yes. Dr. Fraser Crane. Indeed, Giles, we need some fromage and some wine. Come on. Yeah.
I think it's as much as my parents watched Frasier growing up and Cheers. It just, I got a kick out of that one.
Well, I do, there's not much call for it. I do Darth Vader. I do Jerry Seinfeld. I do, Michael Caine. I don't know if you know Michael Caine from the Batman.
Batman.
I was the butler, and then I should be Batman, but I'm too old. They said I'm too old, so it's discrimination. I'm going to sue Warner Brothers' ass right now. Which is crazy stuff.
Have you ever used any of those voices? I know James Earl Jones or Michael Caine to like prank anybody.
I just signed up for Cameo, and I don't know if they are accepting me or not, but I applied, and because all my friends are doing Cameo, and I've been told by my son, everybody, go make some Cameo cash. And I said, I don't know. I don't have a lot of time, but if I can start doing, Lord Vader, I will leave it on your answering machine. The Force is with you. So I do all that crazy stuff.
Those are great, though.
Dogs, birds, all kinds of crazy shit.
So, with that range, from animals, monsters, kids, even an old woman once.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
It's on Hot Wheels. I beat out a woman who probably could sue me now because that's not allowed to do. I can't be anybody but myself.
Did you say you beat her up?
No.
You shouldn't beat women. You should be arrested.
I try not to.
What? So, out of all of that, what's your favorite kind of voice to do?
What do you mean by that? Let's get more specific. Like,
do you prefer doing, a certain style of voice? Kids' voices, monster voices, deep, high pitch, because you have a crazy range. Do you have a preference on either side of that range?
Well, to be honest, video games acting is more cinematic, so it's much more real. So, when you're like the dragon in Dragon Dogma, it's much more, acting going on. Except I'm not that good. I'm just a dragon. The the difference is I kind of like the old Rocky and Bullwinkle style stuff. Like I was on Boss Baby for a while, like that. All the silly stuff where I get to be 7 different people. You know,
Yeah.
hello there, what's going on? Well, gee, I don't know. You know, all these back and forth kind of voices. That kills me. That's I love that stuff.
So is it the challenge you like, or is it just the goofiness about it?
I like the comedy. You watch it. You watch, like, you know, Rocky, these silly shows that are just very funny. Dudley Do Right, all these older shows that are just way off. So I like that kind of stuff. And it's the challenge of if you're lucky enough to get cast to be multiple characters, you wind up talking to yourself in the same scene, and that's kind of like that's like a feather in your cap. I mean, that's really fun to do.
Do you get paid more for that? Do they pay you per character?
Well, you get, like, I think the union contract is you can do up to 3 characters per session. Okay. But I've kind of slid in some more here and there, and I don't know.
It's good name recognition. I mean, either way. Yeah. Sometimes doing a little free work can help get your name out. So, like, if you had to get stuck in one voice for the rest of your life, which one would you choose?
I kind of like Marilyn Monroe. I think it's very sultry. I think it's very, very sexy. No, it's kind of hard. That's a tough question. You know, because I do you know, little kids and stuff. I'm 10 years old in Hot Wheels, where I play a little race car drive. He's like a cool guy. Come on, man. We got to get our cars in gear. You know what I mean? Let's go. You know, so he's a cool 10-year-old, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to say what I would want to be stuck in, other than my own voice.
Fair enough.
That's fair. That's fair. You're more used to your own voice, right?
I'm used to my wife's voice.
Yeah, I understand that.
It sounds like just like this. Honey, come here. I have something for you to do. Yeah, just how she sounds.
Is that honey-do list?
Yeah, but he's got really big ideas. And, no, it's easy.
So you like doing video games. You like the cinematic and stuff with that.
Right.
You've done everything from the Warden in Persona 5, Jeralt in Fire Emblem. You know, you just, talked about the dragon. Skarner in League of Legends, among, hundreds of more credits. Do you ever get a chance to play any of these games?
Wow. You know, I knew you were going to ask that question, and it's my son grew up playing games, because he's roughly your age.
Yeah, it's just a few years younger.
Yeah, we started out on Nintendo 64, so I was playing a lot more when he was little, and I'm on so many games. I'd love to see my work, but I just really don't have the time. I enjoyed Red Dead Revolver because it's, Western. I kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And then, I made Creed. I don't know if you know Creed. Come on, I'm going to Rocky Balboa. You know what I mean? Come on, put him up. You want to fight? Huh? So I want to do more of the Oculus stuff. My son's got Oculus. I want to get into that.
The VR stuff is really fun. I've got a PlayStation VR, and I tried streaming. Well, so far I've only really played Beat Saber, so I've just been standing in my room. If somebody walked in, I'm just flailing, and there's no audio because it's all coming through the headset. So I streamed it once, and I forgot to have the audio come through the computer, and so literally for 15 minutes on the stream, it's just me flailing my arms with these lit ball wand things. It was great entertainment.
But how about you, Joe? What do you play? Do you play any Oculus interactive games?
No, I don't. My son plays more games now than I do. Yeah. I don't have as much time for it, kind of like you. But he's been playing Luigi's, what is it, Manor?
Luigi's
Which
Mansion
one is
3, right?
Yeah. I hear that's a good game.
Did he end up finishing SpiderMan?
SpiderMan, no, not yet.
That's a really good one.
I got to play some Tony Hawk though. Since I can't skateboard anymore on my own physically because I'm out of shape, and somewhere around 27 to 30, somehow I lost all coordination. I don't know when that happened. But
my son's 6'3". He used to be really into skateboarding, a lot, and do a lot of tricks. And then he jumped over, the green recycling garbage can with all the tree leaves and stuff. He was at the park. He jumped over and landed on grass, and his knee went and he tore his ACL, MCL, the whole thing.
Ooh, jeez.
And he's had surgery twice, so he can't skateboard anymore. He's too tall. You know, his knee's gone.
I just lost all sort of like athleticism. Like baseball, I can still do baseball because I can just stand in one spot and throw it.
I mean, that's pretty much what baseball is.
Yeah. That's about.
That's right.
So I like to ask, what type of music are you into?
Now, why do you like to ask that?
Because I feel like I can get to know somebody better through their style of music, just because I've lived it my entire life.
Yeah, we're both really big music people, so
I guess that you could call that my love language.
Well, you know that I'm a master of the sitar and bongo drums from Africa, large drums. So
Nice.
I'm really into. No, I'm not.
Tell me more.
Serenade me, David.
Sitar. I have to get a Nehru jacket. Well, don't you want to be like the guy in the Nehru jacket with the girls dancing in front of you in the sitar and just like? I just love that. To answer Joe's question, you know, I listen to a wide eclectic, lots of stuff. I listen to Latin jazz. I listen to everything that's sort of contemporary. I mean, I don't have a favorite thing. I'm not a big Beatles nut or anything like that, but you know,
Right.
I just pretty much whatever's in the background, because I'm working all the time. I'm either auditioning or, you know, recording. So I can only sort of do it when I'm in my car.
Right.
And then I tend to turn on the radio and hear, you know, who's going to be president. Oh, wow. That's scary. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Way to make it depressing, man.
Just bringing the mood down, David. Just bringing the mood
down. They asked me to run, and I'm just so busy. It's just...
I was going to make a sign, David Lodge 2020. Actually.
No, Jiraiya, the pervy toad sage.
See, now that is a name I would vote for.
It is I, Jiraiya, the pervy toad sage. Let's do a little research, shall we? Get in the hot tub. Ooh, I think I peed in there. Yikes.
That has to be one of my favorites, I will say. I think
Jiraiya is really fun.
Do you get that the most, probably?
You know, that job paid the least and has the most fans. It's so funny. You know, when I work for Blizzard, I get like oodles of bucks, you know, because I've done like probably 267 characters on Blizzard, and people don't know that. I don't always get all the credits for it because sometimes the contracts are, you know, you go in and you're missing a couple of the names and it doesn't get through SAG after and printed right. But I've been a lot of different people on there. And my goal is to never sort of do the same voice twice, although it's getting harder and harder to try and do that because lots of times they'll say, oh, I love your dragon, you know, let's do him for this other game.
Right.
But, you know, I played General Nazgrim. Do you guys play World of Warcraft at all? Or
I played a little bit when Wrath of the Lich King came out. And my wife played actually for a while. She's not a big gamer, but before we met, she was like addicted to World of Warcraft. So.
Oh, really?
I played it for about a year when it first came out, and I haven't really touched it since.
Yeah.
So I don't know where they're at with it all right now.
I know, what is it? Shadowkeep? Is that it?
Yeah,
Shadowland, Shadowkeep, something?
Yeah.
It's coming out.
I'm not allowed to think.
So were you upset when they used your likeness for Nazgrim?
Thank you very much for that compliment. He happens to be an ugly orc. I love doing that. Yeah. General Nazgrim. He's one of the tougher voices. You know, to do that for like an hour, man. After that, you're like, oh, I can't do any more work today.
Oh, I bet.
General Nazgrim. Yeah. Yeah, those deeper voices, I'm trying to get away from them because I do also the really high voices, you know?
Yeah.
But they tend to go towards guys that have like a tenor, you know, voice range for little guys. So I'm stuck with the deep guys for now.
Well, whatever pays the bills.
That's
exactly.
Right. That's right.
Exactly. What else? So, so I've answered a few of your questions. What other stimulating questions do you have for me today? Like, am I wearing deodorant? Yes. Do I brush my teeth? Yes. Anything else? I'm an
Can we walk?
What other talent have you had on your show that I might know?
Bob Bergen.
Oh, Bob's great guy.
Yeah.
Bob Bergen, Chris Sabat.
Sabat, Caitlin Glass.
Yeah, a lot of new people I don't know because we work solo now. I don't know whether you're aware of that. We used to go in groups, not just because of COVID, but the last show I worked on where there was a real cast was Disney's Goldie and Bear. And we did do the first few episodes as an ensemble, but that's sort of no longer happening with or without COVID. We go in, and so the only time you meet other actors is as they're coming and going from the booth, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Is that mainly for like scheduling? Is it more convenient for them to be able to work around schedules?
No, I think it's because they have Pro Tools and it's just easier. Like, you know, when you're trying to direct a whole group of people, you have to spend a lot of time like running pages and doing pickups and stuff. When you have the actor right there, we do 3 in a row. The real pros come in, we bang it out. I work 4 hours in a row, which I typically don't want to do, and tell my agent I don't want to do it because that's a lot on your voice, 4 hours straight with a couple little breaks on an Amazon thing, which I can't talk about. But by the time I was done, I mean, but I gave them like so much performance in 4 hours, they actually got the equivalent of like 10 hours worth of work because they just go. And I do 3 in a row. And I don't get much direction anymore because I sort of have like the antenna up for this stuff. And most pros that work in LA do that. They're hired because they kind of know what they're doing already.
Right.
Well, yeah, when you've been doing it for as long as you have, it just ends up becoming almost, second nature.
What else can I answer for you today before I got to get back to doing an audition that's waiting?
Yeah, just one thing that we were curious about that we couldn't really find was what's the thing that got you into voice acting? Why did you decide to take this path in life?
Or acting in general?
Yeah,
I know it's
sort of one and the same.
Slides
really
into each other at some point.
Well, I'm sure a lot of the people you interview have the same story. You know, when you're a kid, you watch cartoons. And I watched a lot of cartoons, and then I was very shy as a kid, and then I found out I could be funny, like in the 8th grade, and that sort of led me to this crazy path. And my sister, who's an actress, she was in a play, and I had never seen anyone acting on stage before, and I went, "Wow, I want to do this." But then there's no money in doing plays, and then there's no money in doing improv, which I did for 20 years with Adam Carolla and Molly Shannon. I did a whole bunch of improvisation. There's no money in it, so I got out of that. But we did some really complicated stuff. As a side tangent to what your question is, we did Shakespeare Improvise, which is rhyming couplets, and we get a whole play for 2 hours nonstop.
Oh, wow.
Shakespeare, yeah. And it was a blast. But like I said, $5 and a hat, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. No, so, I get that experience from playing local gigs and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes there's a good crowd. I've played in front of 300 people, and then next day at the day job, I'm doing the same work that everybody else is doing. And then the next weekend, there's 5 people there.
Yeah. Yeah, just so you know, I did a lot of theater, and then I had an on-camera career very briefly, and I just didn't like standing around on the set unless I was the star. You're there 14 hours a day, and you're like got 5 lines, and then they cut them to 1. That just wasn't for me. So I got into voice work, and I started making a shitload of money, and I just said, I think I'll stay here.
Yeah, I'll take that.
And I also do something a lot of actors don't do, which is voice unders, which is very different. It's very subliminal stuff. Eat popcorn, drink soda, eat sugar, all that stuff that's in commercials.
Nice.
Tired Dad, what happened to you, man? You sort of faded out there.
I was a little thirsty all of a sudden.
I do that to people. I wear them out. I just do it. Anyway, I got to go donate a kidney, so I don't know how much more I can stay with you guys.
You're very generous with your time, and this was a lot of fun.
Any final questions or thoughts? Anything else you want to know? Like,
we won't keep you around longer than you need to.
What's your favorite kind of pie?
We'll keep you around for one more question.
Oh, there you go. You guys work together so well.
In sync.
Yeah.
But that's a band. Okay. What's my favorite pie? Well, I kind of like the apple pie, with the lattice thing and some cinnamon on it. That's pretty good. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
But I try and stay away from sugar. I'm an old man.
That's okay.
I'm right with you. That's why I've got the Diet Dr. Pepper, not sponsored.
Yeah, that's very bad for you. Stop drinking that crap.
It's
Let me
okay.
say goodbye to my fans. I want to tell all my fans, hey, I love you guys. Thanks for keeping up on me on Twitter, which is probably the only thing I'm on. It's at David Lodge Vopro, Vopro. And
A
I
lot of
invite
great
you all to-
content on there also. A lot of great
Yeah.
content.
Yeah, ask all your fans and whoever listens to sign up, because I'm not really have been at the conventions, like I said, I'm just too busy. But if they follow me, I get more work because people go, oh, he's got 2 Twitter followers. Let's hire him.
Yeah, definitely. Go create about 5 Twitter accounts and make them all follow David Lodge.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you. So thank you to you 2 dads. Hopefully one day I'll be in Ohio at a COVID-free, convention. I look forward to seeing you there. And thanks to all my
Cheers.
fans. And I'll say goodbye.
Have a good one, David.
All right, guys. Thanks for interviewing me today. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Well,
thanks for being on.
coming on, man.
May the force be with you. There we go.
Well,
I gotta
genre
check.
crossing. Genre crossing.
Get a check for that. Please hire me somebody at Star Wars, Marvel, somebody. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, this is Felix, and you've been listening to the Two Dads, the podcast interview series. For more content, like and subscribe to this channel. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitch, and everywhere podcasts are available. To help us bring you more of these amazing interviews, you can support us on our Patreon. Just follow the links below, and thanks for watching.